And now it's time for another edition of What Would Jello Do? I should have done this ages ago, but in some ways, maybe it's better if I do it now. This is for the people from March for Our Lives, Never Again, Me Too, Black Lives Matter. Thank you. Thank you so much for stepping up, getting in people's faces, not taking no for an answer, not immediately being co-opted by corporate Democrat operatives or worse, and kicking badly needed ass to the point where even Governor Scott of Florida signed at least a tiny little beginning of badly needed gun control for one state in this country. But now what? At one point, especially Never Again was organized a lot with teenagers, high school students, didn't even want adults to help out or interfere, and I kind of get that away, even though I'm kind of hopefully an adult, at least in some ways. But now what? A lot of people have graduated, scattered, some going off to colleges, some doing other things. What do you do now? How do you keep the momentum going? Well, I think one way, aside from continuing to meet up with the same kind of people and push forward right now, of course, the paramount objective is to get the child hostages that Donald Trump has kidnapped to try to get his wall built out of baby jails and back with their parents and all that. And they're already saying they need DNA swabs to figure out who's who. Brilliant. But beyond that, where does this all go from here? Well, back when I was in high school and livid as all hell when Gerald Ford pardoned Richard Nixon, when we all thought he was finally going to go down, I even got my conservative Republican speech, broadcasting, forensics team, whatever, teacher to vote in our mock Congress to impeach Nixon by pleading that it was the only way he could clear his name if he went to trial, which applies to Trump too. Anyway, so then, I wouldn't shut up about Ford pardoning Nixon. We said, okay, I have a special assignment. You have to do this. You have to write a speech called Why Should I Respect the Law? And of course, he knew what I was going to say was, why should I respect the law when not even the president respects the law, let alone the police? And so that was what I did. And then he said, okay, well, this came out pretty well. So now we've scheduled something where you're going to give this speech to the whole school at an assembly we're calling, where they're all going to be forced to listen to you. And I thought, oh, shit. And little did I know till I actually got there that there was going to be a discussion panel afterwards with a former mayor and one of the leading and best-known criminal defense attorneys in town. That would be Richard McLean and the attorney John Purvis. There may have been another one on there too. So shaking in my hippie boots and my flannel shirts and every zit on my face probably oozing who knows what, if it's my greasy hippie hair, I gave my Why Should I Respect the Law speech, and then it was discussed. And afterwards, Mr. Purvis took me aside, complimented me on it, and looked me right in the eye and said, stay mad. I think overall, without having to worry about it, I've done a pretty good job of that. And so can you. And you can even stay mad without having to be mad or be 100% frontline activist 24/7 all the time, because sometimes that can drive you crazy or make you more fundamentalist than thou, and you're turning other people off to perfectly good ideas. I mean, even Cindy Sheehan, when she was a focus of the anti-Iraq war movement, camping out in front of W's little play ranch in Crawford, Texas, she eventually got pulled so many different directions, feeling like she had to do so much stuff, she announced her resignation from the peace movement. And it didn't have to be that way. She simply needed to get a break, go back, be herself for a while, and literally get her own house in Vacaville in order and just exhale and recharge batteries. And that's okay to do. I told people when I talked at Occupy in San Francisco, it's not selling out if you took off for the weekend at Point Reyes and went camping and then came back fully recharged. It's something that's got to be done. But overall, as people grow, they're going to find new ways, hopefully, to deep down inside know we got to keep pushing. We've got some momentum. Stay mad.